Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi students, we have discussed in the last class about the integration and what integration mean. Again, some formulae related with the integration dealt. Formulas are important and how they operate, let us see with some examples. And finally, we come to the two applications as mentioned, finding the area and average of a physical quantity, how can determine with the help of integration. Let us take some examples to acquaint to the formulae and also the confident on solutions with the integration. Let us take an example for this. So example 1, integration of 3 into x to the power of 7 by 2 into dx. So you know the formula integration of x power n into dx is x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1. N should not be minus 1 is a condition. So apply here, 3 can be brought out and written is x power 7 by 2 into dx. This is equal to 3 into x to the power of 7 by 2 plus 1 is nothing but 9 by 2. It is 9 by 2 divided by 9 by 2 plus c, limits are not given. So this goes to the numerator, 2x to the power of 9 by 2 by 3 3s is 9, therefore it becomes 3 plus c. This is the solution to this problem. 3x to the power of 9 by 2 by 3 gives c. Using that formula, we got this answer. X power rise by 1 and divide whatever you got here, that same number you have to divide here. And further is a simplification of this. Let's have a glance, we go to the next problem. Example 2, integration of root x plus 1 by 3 root x into dx. So we have come across with this also, u plus or minus v into dx as integration of u into dx plus or minus integration of v into dx, and integration of x power n into dx as x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. So these two we merge here to see here. First you separate them. Integration of root x into dx can be written as x power half plus integration of 1 by 3, I taken the constant outside, into x to the power of, if I take the numerator, I hope we are following it, minus 1 by 2 into dx. X power half, when you go to the numerator, it become minus half into dx. I think you are followed, it is x power half, 1 by 3 we brought, root x taken to the numerator and written this one. Follow this now, this work is over. Now come to this formula. And now plus 1, half plus 1. Half plus 1 is 3 by 2. X to the power of 3 by 2 divided by 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 into minus 1. Minus 2, 1 is minus half. Half minus 1 is minus half. That is x to the power of minus half divided by minus half as it is. So it becomes 2 by 3 into x to the power of 3 by 2 plus it goes to the numerator. This minus comes minus 2 by 3 here is also coming 2 by 3 1 by x root half is there. 2 by 3 can be brought out for simplicity's purpose. X to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1 by root x is the answer. Finally, I am not writing every stage the constant. If the limits are not given, you have to write plus c. I am not writing, but you learn this of simplification using the formula. How this formula operates for different problems. We use the two formulae to find the answer here. I think you are followed. So we split into two parts. It is 3 by 2 by 3 by 2. It is x power minus half, adding 1, b minus half and simplified. Let us come to the another example. Integration of 3x minus 4 cube into dx. So I given you one formula at the end here. Integration of ax plus b power n into dx is ax plus b power n plus 1 by n plus 1 into d by dx of ax plus b. That formula we have to use here it is. So therefore this is equal to, if I apply 3x 3 plus 1 is a 4 divided by 3 plus 1 is 4 into differentiation of this part 3x minus 4 in the bracket. You have to apply here the differentiation rule. So it is 3x minus 4 to the power of 4 divided by 4 into differentiation of 3x. It is d by dx of 3x minus d by dx of 4. Again it is 2 plus u plus or minus v in differentiation. So that equal to 3x minus 4 to the power of 4 divided by 4 into differentiation of 3x, x goes, only remains because minus 1 become 1. So the 3 differentiation of constant is 0. Therefore final answer comes to be 3x minus 4 to the power of 4. 4 3s is 12. So that is the integration of this. Integration of 3x minus 4 cube into dx. We got this answer using this relation. I think followed. Whatever power, add 1, divide by number and differentiate with respect to x the inner part of the function. So look into that. We can go to the other. Integration of 1 upon 2x minus 3 into dx. Usually we use here integration of 1 by x into dx is log of x into, if you take it is a single, then you can apply, this may be written as 2x minus 3 power minus 1 into dx. x power minus 1 into dx like. The solution is for this log of 2x minus 3 completely taking as a single x to the base e divided by d by dx of inner part 2x minus 3. Differentiating this. So this is log of 2x minus 3 to the base e by d by dx of 2x minus d by dx of 3. So this can be written log e 2x minus 3 by log of 2x is 2 but constant is 0. Therefore, the answer is this. If it is power 1, minus 1 comes, you know that n equal to minus 1, we cannot apply the normal rule. 1 by x is log x or x power minus 1 into dx or integration of x power minus 1 into dx is equal to log x. Any variable inside part, then you have to use the same formula. I think you are followed here log and why we taken the differential part. Coming to the other one, example, limits applying root x into dx. This can be integration 1 to 4 x to the power of half into dx. And you know the formula for this, x to the power of 3 by 2 adding 1 by 3 by 2 varying from 1 to 2, 1 to 4. So let now it become 2 by 3. This become 2 by 3. X to the means 4 to the power of 3 by 2 upper limit minus lower limit is 1 3 by 2. 4 to the power of 3 by 2 minus 1 to the power of 3 by 2. What you got here is 2 by 3. Again 4 cube to the power of half. 4 4 ja 16, 16 4 ja is 64 to the power of half. Square root of 64 is 8. Therefore 8 minus 1. So 2 by 3 into 7 is a 14 by 3 is the final answer. 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 2 is a 14 by 3. Thus you got here root x ranging from lower limit to upper limit 1 to 4 x to the power of half into dx. Slowly we take examples. When you are not following, you mute and see. Otherwise, at any time you can video, you revise it and slowly go through how this function operates. Let us see another example. Integration of sine theta into d theta 0 to pi. 0 to pi sine theta into d theta. You know integration of sine function is minus cos. Theta is variable. Cos theta 0 to pi. Integration of sine theta is cos theta but negative. Minus cos pi upper limit minus cos 0 lower limit minus cos pi, you come to know it is minus 1, cos 0 is plus 1, minus 1 minus 2, minus of minus 2 or become plus 2. Thus integration 0 to pi sin theta into d theta is answer is plus 2. Varying from 0 to pi sin theta d theta. Cos pi is minus 1, cos 0 is plus 1, minus 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 2 plus. You can see the other examples. Let's have this. Example, integration of cos theta into d theta minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Range I am giving. It is in angle theta. You know that cos theta integration is sin theta. Range is minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So taking sin pi by 2 minus sin minus pi by 2. Sin pi by 2 is 1, sin 90 is 1. Sin of minus theta is sin theta. Sin of minus theta is sin theta, minus sin theta. That minus of minus sin, because you know this is the fourth quadrant, the angle is minus pi by 2. You studied sin function is negative, only cos is positive in that. It is the fourth quadrant. So I can write sin of minus pi by 2 is sin pi by 2. I hope you are followed. It is one known. Sin of minus theta is minus sin theta, that is also 1, becoming 1 plus 1, minus of minus 1. So answer is 2. Integration of minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 cos theta into d theta is the answer. Trigonometric function operating cos as a sine, range is given, substitute the value. This trigonometric idea must necessary to be known while operating here. So another example, integration of cos square x into dx. Integration of cos square x into dx. What you write for cos square x? You know in trigonometry, cos square x can be written as. Let us try. Tell me the value. Some of you try that. You can get the answer. Various functions we are given there. I hope we are knowing it. You revise the trigonometric function. Cos square x is 1 plus cos 2x by 2. 1 plus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 cos square theta. 2 cos square theta is 1 plus cos 2 theta. Integrating into dx. 1 plus cos 2 theta by, or 1 plus cos 2x by 2 is cos square x. Yes, here I can write this separating half into dx plus integrating cos 2x by 2 into dx. We split that. Any constant is variable appears half into x is variable x by 2 Here it is x by 2 because constant of integration is variable appears. Half is as it is. Plus you take half outside here. Integration of cos 2x is sin 2x divided by 2. I given you sin nx into dx is equal to cos function. Cos nx into dx is sin nx by n. Sin 2x by 2. So this gives x by 2 plus sin 2x by 2 to become 4. So this is the solution for cos square x into dx. Cos square x can be written as 1 plus cos 2x by 2. You split that half into dx plus 1 by 2 cos 2x into dx. This variable x arises. Cos 2x is plus sin 2x and 2 in the denominator. Simplifying, we got this answer. Let us go to the next one. Suppose you are asking in physics like on problem integrating u to v mv into dv, where m is mass and mass which is a constant. Given, you have to find integration of v with respect to dv and range is given u to v. So you can bring the out m uv into v dv. V is a variable, m is a constant, m into v square by 2, range is u to v. M by 2 I can write outside separately, m by 2 into v square minus lower limit u square. This is the integration of u to v mv into dv. V is variable, v square by 2 happens, upper limit first minus lower limit, m by 2 is a constant, we written out, limits given. I think you have followed this. Let us go to the other. Cos square theta minus sin square theta into d theta. Cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. But what is cos square theta minus sin square theta? Recall memory. And it is nothing but, yes, is a cos 2 theta into d theta. You already know for this, integration of that is sin 2 theta by 2 plus c, if you want can write integration of this cos square theta minus sin square theta. Cos square theta minus sin square theta is cos 2 theta. Cos 2 theta is a plus, therefore sin 2 theta, but 2 term comes to the denominator plus constant of integration. It is the integration of that function. Let us take another example. Three t square plus 5 into dt. Integrating 1 to 2, 3t square plus 5 into dt. So we have to split this 1 to 2, 3t square into dt plus integration 1 to 2 5 into dt. So integration 3 1 to 2 t square into dt plus 1 to 2 5 into dt. You know this t square plus 1 is t cube by 3 plus it is a constant. Constant is comes variable 1 to 2 for both 1 to 2. T cube by 3, 1 to 2, 5t is 1 to 2. Here a constant, therefore variable is a t here. So 3 gets cancels. 2 cube minus 1 cube is the first part. 2 cube, this 3. Simply we remind with the t cube 1 to 2 plus 5t 1 to 2. 2 cube minus 1 cube plus 5 into 2 minus 1, upper limit minus lower limit. 2 cube is 8 minus 1 is 7 plus 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. This gives you the answer 12. Thus you got any integration can be solved easily once you know the formulas correctly. Therefore, first you have to know the formula correctly and then operating technique comes. That formula is nothing but operating conditions of the integration. Integration 2 to 4 into dx by x. It can be written as integration x power minus 1 into dx 2 power 4. You know 1 by x or x power minus 1 is log ex from 2 to 4. So upper limit log e4 minus log 2 log of minus the divisible, therefore answer is log 2. Integration of dx by x, x power minus n is log x, ln x log 4 ln minus 2, that minus is a division 4 by 2. When we combine this, 4 by 2 is 2, log 2 to the base e is the solution for this. So students, we have taken some examples. Now I am coming to, there is no end, but practice is must. Any number of problems can be solved, no end for this, but with minimum time we have to conclude this mathematical part. Therefore I limited to some solutions. As we go through the assignments and also the test, we discuss plenty of them before actually seriously when you enter to the physics. But first learn fundamentals of mathematics, what differentiation is and formulas, what integration and formulas, and what is the real application of that. In integration I told area under the curve gives you the, integration gives you the area under the curve. How this? Let us see. Suppose if you are given a curve of the form, the curve is like this. It is varying between a to b, y and x. Y is a function of x. Some curve it is. So area I have to estimate between the curve and the x-axis. Area enclosed by the curve and the x-axis, I want the area of this. If rightly taken, here it is x1 and here it may be x2. The application of integrals. Where we use in physics. So far we discussed only the two, how it operates. Now where we use in physics I am coming to, the area under the curve, area enclosed by the curve and the x-axis. For this, what we take in, I told that if it is large, I take a small portion where the variation of y is almost 0. Variation of y is 0. I take this such a small strip where the variation of y is almost 0. This strip has small variation dx, and this area you have to calculate. What is the height is y, what is the width is dx, what is the area of the strip here, area of the strip AS is nothing but length into breadth. Height is y, breadth is dx, length into breadth, y into dx gives you that. Y into dx gives you the area of the strip. Where to where extend? Such integrals I have to consider. I separately show here. Similarly, as I told at the beginning how integration operates in physics, A to B, now you have taken one strip, so this is one strip we have considered where almost variation is negligible. Similarly, you can take this strip here, another strip and another strip, this one and again one. So small elemental changes where the y is almost constant in each term, but maybe taking different values, but within this limit that constant. So every strip you can calculate the areas. So this is another strip. So you are seeing this constant. So here y different and here y different, no doubt. But when I take this small strip length, then y must be constant. So similarly, if you are calculated, it is the number of strips I divided the area. I divided the area into number of strips, but I am estimating for only one, which is I considered this as dx and y. Dx and y, that what we are taken. So there are two chances. As it is a continuous function, I can integrate. How this directly, if you want total area 0 to a, if it is left here it is 0, x1 position area is 0, but as you move out up to x2 area become maximum, that go to a. I can integrate this from where the area is 0 to the left of this no area at all. Therefore it is x1 when dx is lower limit x1 takes behind this area is 0, so area is 0 but x1, this is a small elemental area dA, this I can write as as dA, small area, elemental area of this strip. And now I am integrating so that I can find the total area. Individual strips can measure and take, but it made easy. Time consuming is saved if you know the initial and final position, lower limit, and total area where it ends is this point, where it is x2, here it is x1, so it is x2. Thus, the total area of the strip A can be obtained by integration. By integration, you can estimate the area enclosed by the curve, not have a regular shape. If it has any rectangular or square type, or it may be triangle type or trapezium, you can measure. But it is not so, it is found to be of different form. So we taken this. And one other one, it is area, one application. The second application is average area. If you want the average area of the strip, average area. So this is integrating 0 to a dA, the total area divided by the range. So it is 0 a to 0, or integrating from x1 to x2 into y into dx divided by range is x2 minus x1. This is the area by range. I tell you, average formula is area of the curve divided by the range. Range is this. Area estimation, you come to know this formula. Divided by the range is this, x2 minus x1. Area by range gives you the mean value. It is also called as mean value or average value of the quantity measurable. These are the two major applications in integration. We can find the area or the average value of a physical quantity by using the graph under this integration. Let us see some examples on this. With that, we conclude this integration concept. Let us take the example. You are given a parabolic curve. Y is equal to x square. It is 0. Here the coordinates may be 1, 1. This is the point P. I want to measure this area. Area enclosed by this. Y is equal to x square. Area marked if you want to measure. That is integration of y into dx. What is y given? Integration of x square into dx, ranging from what to what? 0 is varying from 0 to coordinate is 1 here. Here coordinate is 0. It is varying 0 to 1. What is the integration of x square? X cube by 3 ranging from 0 to 1. I think you are following, determining the area. And let us take upper limit and lower limit. 1 cube minus 0 cube. Answer is 1 by 3 area. Area marked is estimated using that relation. So this curve, area enclosed by the curve and the x-axis, is measured by integration. Variable given, x is ranging from 0 to 1. Y function is a parabolic curve, x square into dx, integration, and we got the answer. One application of area given. Let us see both area and average, how to find out. So take the example to find the mean value of sin theta for the range given. Theta is ranging between 0 to pi. We have to find the mean value of sin theta. Therefore, solution immediately when average, mean value or area is helping, so then integrate 0 to pi given. sin theta into d theta is area divided by range pi minus 0 is the mean value of sin theta. That is equal to, you know, sin theta is minus cos theta ranging between 0 to pi divided by pi minus 0 is pi, and that is equal to minus cos pi minus cos 0 divided by pi. Cos pi already you know it is minus 1 by pi. Minus 1 cos pi is cos 0 is 1. So minus of minus 1 is minus 2. 2 upon pi is the average value of mean value of sin theta. Mean value of sin theta between 0 to pi. Area, if you only calculated, if you think area only is 2, you studied the curve of sine function theta versus sin theta. 0 to pi is this curve. Only if you want area under the curve and the x-axis, only take the numerator, delete the denominator. It is 0, it is pi. 0 pi, area is becoming 2. If you take minus pi to pi, it becomes 0. Because negative area, average area becomes plus minus 0. However, here you can calculate area, means area of the sine curve is obtained as 2, 0 to pi. Mean value means it becomes 2 by pi. Range is from pi to 0. Find the mean value of y is equal to 1 by x square, where x is ranging between 0 to 3. You are given mean value y equal to 1 by x square equation, y related with x square inversely, square of term. Range is 0 to 3. Mean value of y means integration from 0 to 3 y into dx divided by the range is 3 minus 0. If only take the numerator, area divided by the range become mean. So let's substitute the value 0 to 3. I write x power minus 2 directly into dx divided by 3, taking to the numerator. And you know this minus 2 becoming plus 1, minus 1, x power minus 1 by minus 1 into 3 already there, that ranging between 0 to 3. So we can take minus 1 by 3 out, and it is 1 by x 0 to 3. Minus 3 we brought out, x power minus I written as 1 by x. Now substituting minus 1 by 3, 1 by 3, only remain 3, minus 1 by 0, 1 by 0. What is 1 by 0 is infinity. So meaningless. Let us, we can see that stage. 0 to 3 or minus 3 to 3. Better you take it as minus 3 rather than 0. Minus 3 to 3. Minus 3 become plus 6. Minus 3 to 3, if you take 3 to 3 minus 3, range is 3, minus of minus 3 is 3 plus 3 is a 6, x power 1 same, minus 1 by 6, it becoming minus 3. You take that value. Now let's see here, it is minus of minus become plus 6, plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 is minus 1 by 3 into 2 by 3. It become plus 1 is 2, denominator is same. Hence the answer comes to that is minus 2 by 9. Anyway, that problem, or I changed the range and shown this also. Either this or that, but importance is formula you have to apply here. Area by range. Area by range gives you the mean value of the quantity given. Let us take another example. Y equal to 2x plus 3 and range is 0 less than or equal to x less than 1. Coming to the solution, mean value of x, mean value of y. Integrating range is 0 to 1, y into dx divided by 1 minus 0, mean value. So this equal to integrating 0 to 1, 2x plus 3 into dx divided by 1. This becoming 0 to 1, 2x into dx separately, plus 0 to 1, 3 into dx. Denominator we left, it is 1. And then coming to here 2x, it become x square 2 by 2 from 0 to 1, plus no, it is a constant when variable arises 0 to 1. This tending to 2 to cancels, x square 0 to 1 plus 3x 0 to 1. Upper limit 1 minus 0. 1 square is 1, 0 square 0, plus 3 into 1 minus 3 into 0. This become 1 plus 3 because 0, 0, no importance, here it is equal to 4. Mean value of given function for the given range can be obtained. With this I am coming to a physics problem. So Vt, graph of a car moving along a straight line. Straight road, moving along a straight road is as shown. Find the average value of velocity of the car in first 25 seconds. Average value of velocity you have to determine. For this purpose they given the graph velocity in meter per second versus time in second. The curve is appear like this: 0, 10, 20 and 25, and this velocity come to be 20. See, this is the case. They given the graph velocity versus time 20, here 10, 20, 25. The graph, see, the velocity seems to be increasing at up to 10 seconds, then it remains constant, then goes on decreases and velocity becomes 0, means car come to rest. Within 25 seconds from starting it come to rest, but with the different velocities. One velocity is continuously increasing and velocity at 20 meter per second remains constant in this interval and then goes on decreases. So how to find is, what can do, sometimes the integration how helps, let us see here very easily. Average velocity means average velocity of car, V average is integration of the 0 to 25 function of t into dt divided by the range 25 minus 0. Velocity is a function of time. With respect to time, we have to find the area ranging from 0 to 25, the time variation. Range is 25 minus 0 is given, starting from 0 to 25 seconds. What this integration gives you? This gives you the area. Integration gives you the area enclosed by the curve. Finding integration, no formula is given. Formula given, we can find out the integration and substitute the values. But here directly helping this, finding area of that is nothing but integration. Area of trapezium it is. Area of trapezium, I hope we are knowing, half into sum of parallel side length. Length it is C 25. I think you are following, sum of parallel side. So otherwise if I called this as A, this length as B and height as H, area of trapezium is half into A plus B into H. Here A is 25, B is 10, 20 minus 10 is 10 plus 10 into height, that is 20. I think you are followed. Half into perpendicular distance between two parallel side into sum of parallel side length. 25, it is 10, 20 minus 10, height is 20, divided by 25. These two becoming 50 in the denominator. 25 plus 10 is 35 into 20. 2 zeros cancel. 5 sevens of 7 twos are. That become 14 meter per second is the average velocity of the car during that journey. So that how the integration, even with the graph given, no proper formula to find this. By graph, you know, area under the curve gives by the integration. If a standard area is, you can use that formula of trapezium here as we see in this figure. Formula of the trapezium used and got the answer. Therefore, I told how application comes. It is depending on the question. You have to apply your mind to look into the proper and right mathematical tool for the question, and with patience, with high patience, you have to solve the mathematical simplifications to get the correct answer in a stipulated time. So we come across in length in these videos starting from the quadratic equations, sequences, graphs, coordinate geometry, logarithms, trigonometry functions, and then coming to the differential function, integration. So these are all very important, and many formulas like two-dimensional shapes, the volume or two-dimensional shape like area and circumference, in three-dimensional area and volume, standard shapes, and why that necessary you come to know in this example. All formulas just you revise daily. Once a glance you have, then it will be remembering in mind. If you once study and learned cannot remain, and these basic formulas will speed up your process of getting solutions to the problems in physics. Major mathematical tools we covered, and another one important tool that is may be very new for you about logarithms and differential function and integrations. With the test and assignments while we discuss, you will be acquainted to that. And very, very, very important equally as like these three is the vectors. From the next video, we start the vector class. And we cannot say it as a mathematical tool, that because up to that what I discussed till today is purely behind the screen in physics. That means they are not directly visible in the question paper anywhere, including your log, formulas, maybe coordinate geometry, graphs, or it may be the quadratic equation relation or sequences, or even operation of differential function and integrations. These are only mathematical tools required to adopt and apply in physics. No direct questions in any question papers or in entrance, you cannot see this. But this strong base of this mathematical knowledge is necessary. I repeatedly told many times. But the vector chapter which I am starting from the next video or next class is most important both for your board examination and entrance, as good as it is a mathematical tool, because algebra you have studied. That algebra cannot apply for these vectors. So to find the magnitudes and other things, we have calling in mathematics as a vector algebra. We have to study, again I am saying, whatever in physics given, and it is board exam some extent you have, and what the knowledge you require to get the solutions, because 70% of physical quantities are vectors, not scalars, where they need both direction and magnitude. The beauty of the vectors we can deal in the next class. Wish you all the best. Thank you.